Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, bringing you video number 2 in my 3-video series of my Zelos State of the Collection 2021. Video number 1 was all my ZX watches. I had 10 of those. And this video is going to cover the 10 watches you see in front of you. Well, you only see 9 of them, but we'll get to that. So another 10 watches. These are all the Zelos that I own that are not dive watches. Some of them could be dive watches if you wanted to do so. The Eagle line definitely could be. The Thresher, certainly it was marketed as both a diver and a GMT, but I'm going to work with it here as a GMT, even though it's a 500-meter diver. So we'll just go with the non-divers. Now, you may notice this cloth covering a watch in the background. I own this watch, but I'm not allowed to talk about it right now. So this watch is something that's coming soon that I was able to preview, if you will, play with, report back my findings, etc. I was very grateful that Elshin agreed to sell it to me, but I can't show it yet. But when it releases, I'll do a video on it, and it will be the 10th non-dive watch in this group. But for now, we're just going to leave it covered up, and we're going to do our best to ignore it and not move that cloth. Anyway, what do we got here? We got a nice table full of watches. We'll just start over here with one of my Eagles. This is my, and now I am trying to get all 4 Eagles, but as I make this video, I'm still missing the E1B, which is the Eagle with, it looks like this one, but the indices are gray instead of white. And with there only being 100 of any of these Eagles, 100 each, it's not easy to find, but I will persevere. But for now, I have found 3 of them, including the Afterburner over there, which is not the easiest one to find. But this one is the bronze. It's a DLC black inner and a bronze outer cage. It looks more like a pilot's watch than anything else, but it does have the dive rating, the water resistance rating of a diver. But its aesthetic is more pilot watch than anything else, so I included it in the non-diver category. This watch came to me, with a good patina on it, including a little bit of green fuzz over there, which is kind of nice, I guess. Came to me without a strap, so I did pair it with one of these Ichi mesh straps that I've been favoring lately. Very smooth, very nice. Good clasp, easy to adjust on the fly. The tail slides under the clasp, so it's a nice clean look when you put it on. Really a nice old school, original gangsta, the OG grouping of the Zelos line. I have the Eagle full DLC case. With the white indices. I believe this is the E1A. This one is the E1C, and this is the E1D. Obviously missing B, which looks like this one, only with the gray indices instead of white. The white is a lumen disc underneath, so it is a sandwich dial, as you can see. I like these Eagles. I really, really do. This one is the Afterburner. So named because of the orange indices instead of the white. It's basically the same as this watch, except orange indices instead of white or gray, which is the one I'm looking for. By the way, if anyone knows of anyone with an E1B they want to sell, have them contact me. I am set aside a certain amount of money just to get one of those, and I'm very eager to find one. Again, paired it up with the Ichi mesh strap like I've done with these other two Eagles. I like the Afterburner. Orange is like my second favorite color. Very close behind blue. Orange, blue. Go Gators. It's not the Mets color. It's not the Broncos color. It's not the Boise State color. It's the Florida Gator color. Get it right. Moving on from my Eagles, I come to my Horizon. Horizon. This is the Field Watch version of the Horizon. I have two. There's another one back there. This is the Field Watch version in the moss green. I like green. I don't own very many green watches. In fact, I think you're looking at both of them right now. But I've always liked green. I even had a green car once. And this is just a beautiful watch. I mean, it has that Seiko Alpinist look to it, but with I think it's without that silly second crown that always turned and never locked, and I think the finishing is better on the Zelos than the Seiko, and certainly everything lines up on the Zelos and not so much on a Seiko. I like the bracelet is a lot nicer too, in my opinion. This is the newer Seiko bracelet with damn it, I didn't do that. The newer Zelos bracelet with the spring load adjuster, where you can pull this in and pull the adjuster out, and then it will ratchet in on its own 4 positions. Screw down crown, so it has very, very good water resistance. Really, a really nice watch. Picked this up from Zelos itself, brand new. Never regretted it. This is my one remaining thresher. I did have 2 threshers in my last state of the collection. I had a blue one as well. I didn't want 2 threshers. It turns out I really didn't want to have 2 threshers, so I had a lot of blue. I still have a lot of blue watches, so I decided to sell the blue one and keep the green one. Now, this has a dual action bezel. You can see the inner part of the bezel is a standard diver scale, 60-minute scale. And then on the outer part, you can see indices around here, numbers for the GMT, and you can see the GMT hand right there, and it is, since it is let's see, what time is it? It's about a little after 1, so my GMT hand is actually off a little bit, isn't it? I'll have to fix that. Maybe, I know what it was. I was tracking a different time zone. I was tracking the central time zone for some reason. Last time I picked this watch up, so I forgot to reset it. But it is a diver rated in terms of water resistance. It has the diver bezel on it. Bezel action is excellent. So it could have gone into either category, but I've got a lot of Zelos divers, so I figure put this one. If you look on the Zelos website, this watch is listed as a GMT watch, so we put it in this group. I love the sandwich dial. This thing glows great with lume. Beautifully decorated custom rotor with a map of the world in it. You can see it's a 500-meter diver right there. And it's just a beautiful watch. It is a hefty watch, don't get me wrong, but it wears very comfortably. Back here we have another Horizon. This is the first generation Horizon. It is a GMT. And this one was or is the Timekeepers version. This was only available to members of the Zelos Timekeepers group on Facebook. You had to go on that group, be a member. You found a link and a password in the group when the watch was released. You went to that link, typed in that password, and then you could buy this watch if you wanted to. There are only 100 made. And it's an aventurine dial, and I hope the camera is picking up that sparkle of the aventurine dial. It is just spectacular. Really is a beautiful watch. And it has bidirectional GMT bezel. One thing I like about it, you can hear, it has definitive clicks in the GMT bezel, so it locks in to a place, and I like that, so it doesn't get knocked around so easy and you lose track of that second time zone. Beautiful watch. It's a little small for me at 39 millimeter, but it's still but it has elongated lugs, as you can see. The lug to lug length or width on my wrist, which is a 7¼ inch wrist, it makes it look pretty much natural. I have a Skyraider. This is a first generation Skyraider. This is the bronze, full skeleton, still on a leather strap. I may or may not go and pick up one of Elshin's bracelets for this watch. I have tried one of the bracelets I have on this watch, so I know it fits. But I haven't decided to commit to that right now because on the leather strap, it's just so comfortable. Fully skeletonized, good loom, even though it's fully skeletonized. Manual wind, and you have a subdial down here for the sweep second or constant seconds. Big oversized crown, and it has a pilot's watch aesthetic to it. Just a beautiful watch. I think it was Elshin's first shot at a skeleton watch, and just, for a first shot, he hit it out of the park. It's just a beautifully decorated, beautifully done movement, and obviously the first generation sold wonderfully. The second generation sold out very quickly. And there's going to be, I believe, towards the end of 2021, there are going to be some special editions of the Skyraider 2 with different finishes and things like that, which is very exciting. I'm not giving anything away. I mean, Elshin has pre-announced that already, so it's not like I'm saying something that isn't already known. And then I have my two beauties here. My two Mirage watches. I have the Mirage Zaitai, or Zircon, the Damascus, and I have the Azure. We'll talk about this one first. This one is all mine. This one is titanium Damascus, but with zirconium mixed into the alloy, which is why the striations or the stripes are black on this one, as opposed to more of an orange color or yellow color in the other Damascus that he's done. This is a manual wind Swiss movement, dual barrels, 8-day power supply, which is why this is, some people call it the Mirage 2, some people call it the Mirage 8-day. Whatever you want to call it, you got to call it fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous. There aren't enough superlatives in the thesaurus to describe how good these watches are, how comfortable they are to wear, how accurate they are when they're running, how beautiful that movement is to look at. It's just fantastic. They only made 25 of these. This was the first version to sell out. The Azure, oh, by the way, triple sapphire. You have sapphire, both watches are the same in this regard. Sapphire crystal on top, sapphire crystal on the back, and a sapphire dial. And they even are making one of these with a sapphire case. That's a lot of sapphire. This one is, right now, I am keeping it. On the video that I made about this watch, the standalone video, you know what this watch's ultimate disposition will be. But for right now, it's in my possession, and I've worn it a few times. I might wear it a few more times, but eventually this will be going to its final destination. It ain't going far, but it is going somewhere else. But for right now, I'm its caretaker, and I am obsessed with the blue dial. I really am obsessed with the blue dial. There was another guy on Zelos Timekeepers that had this watch, and he paired it with a blue. You're gonna have to follow me on this one. I have a little trouble believing it myself, but it's a blue toed leather. You heard me right, toed, T-O-A-D, toed leather strap. The blue of that strap matches this dial so perfectly you would think it was made for it, or vice versa. I'm toying with the idea of getting one of those, putting it on this watch. I haven't fully decided yet. But that, my friends, is my Zelos State of the Collection video number 2, the non-divers. 10 watches. You've seen 9 of them. Number 10 is going to stay hidden until I'm authorized to reveal it, which I'll do in its own separate video when I'm authorized to do so. I love these watches. I can't wait to find Eagle number 4. The E1B, the DLC case with the gray indices. I can't wait to find one. I know I'm going to find one. It's just a matter of time and patience. The Aventurine dial, I mean, that was his first Aventurine dial in this Horizon. It's a beautiful watch. These 2 Mirages are, they may be, except for the Tourbillon, the original Mirage, the 10 that were made that were $10,000 plus watches. They're the ultimate Zelos, obviously, but these are a very, very close second. I know someone, not going to mention his name, but I know someone who owns one of those original Mirages and has his hands on a Mirage 2. And he agrees with me that the Mirage 2 watches are fantastic. They hold their own against the original Mirage. They'll hold their own against a lot of high-end stuff. And everyone knows about the Skyraider line. There's not much to be said about that except, you know, the beauty. So that's the video. I mean, that's my my other 10 watches. So we're up to 20 so far. The last video will be all the divers. I think I have more than 10 of those. So, yeah. We'll have fun with that video later. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, every single one of these watches, every one of them had their own separate video. A detailed video going over the stats, you know, up close, detailed look at all the whole watch. So if you see a particular watch, you want to know more about it, search my channel by name of, you know, you want to search Horizon Aventurine, just search Horizon Aventurine on my video list and you'll find it. But, you know, so go ahead and do that. But for now, I hope you found this video to be entertaining, informative, and useful. If you did, a thumbs up is definitely helpful to me. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you're going to be a troll, if you're going to be a nasty little SOB, or you're going to leave links in my comments section to bad places on the internet, I'm just going to delete the comment. Nobody will ever see it, and I'll block the poster. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I am definitely glad that you're here. I'm glad you found the place. I have over 500 videos for you to watch, so feel free to watch as many as you want. All I ask so little. All I ask in return is click the subscribe button before you go. Also, click the bell icon so that when I upload new material, you will be alerted when that material becomes live, or when I do live streams, which I do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or whenever I can during the rest of the week. You will be alerted to the start of those live streams. You can come by and join the fun. Meanwhile, as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy, nutty, sometimes dangerous world out there. So please be safe, be well, be careful. I'll see you soon.